Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the JFS podcast here, or JFS Show, um, here on the JFS channel. I am Weathermaster. I haven't hosted a podcast in like 7 months. Hi. And today we're joined by Mr. Elton John himself, ShawstinAu.
Oh, I'm Elton John? Oh, okay.
Get screwed over with intros again.
Benny and the Jets.
And we're also joined by the Beatles, Muckluck.
No. Last time, stupid Joda gave me the Game of Thrones, and someone else, I can't remember now. I got the short end of the stick anyway. And now I'm not getting the British person. What the frick?
The Beatles are from Britain.
What the Beatles got to do with anything?
I don't know. 80s bands.
You gave me a singular person, but you made Muck 4 people. So it's kind of...
There you go.
Who's another singular, like, famous British musician?
Singular British person.
David Bowie.
Yeah. There you go. You can be David Bowie, and I'll be Elton John.
Star man. Okay.
Ooh. Now I gotta go watch The Martian again.
I just need to go get a really big, like, cup to wear. So I've got the big bowl which he does in Labyrinth. Never mind. Right.
I'm imagining.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
It's just you can't take your eyes off it. It's just like if it was in 3D, it'd poke your eyes out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not talking about the Labyrinth. All right, hi.
Hey.
So what's been going on the server recently?
Well, I believe has 1.14.2 come out since last episode?
Yes.
So yeah, 1.14.2 exists, and it is better than 1.14.1.
It's not saying
much.
much.
The fact that they fixed the worst bug ever.
Yeah, that was definitely the lighting thing bug that was running around was definitely like the worst bug I've ever had to experience. And it's fixed now, so good, but
hallelujah. So good job, Mojang. Fix your game still, but good job.
Although apparently I've heard from Killer and Muck as well that ghost blocks are a problem again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is infuriating to me, not because I've experienced them, but because when they fixed ghost blocks the first time, it kind of added this bug that where, like when you dig straight down off a pillar, it kind of knocks you over a little bit.
Yeah.
And that got worse in 1.14. And like I've linked that fix with ghost blocks to that change, to that problem with the pillars. And now that ghost blocks are back, I'm just like, well then why am I dealing with this pillar problem? And I could just thing. But like
it's awful. It's just I don't know. It's not enjoy. I picked the worst time to do stuff in Spawn because it's at the most laggiest it's ever been. It's just not nice. Just rubber banding all the time, and yeah, people going through portals. Just it's horrible.
Yeah, they gotta fix that portal thing too.
It's not as bad as I noticed it myself. I mean, before it used to be really prominent. Like you would really rubber band when people went through portals, but now I'm not noticing it as much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's anything
from anybody else.
Killer was just saying we were on the server not too long ago, and he said that the difference between one person being online and then just 3 was just massive in terms of lag. It's like 3 people is all it takes to make the server start lagging. That might just be us and our server, but it's just not good.
Like he said, like he had one person. Well, he was just him online, and he had like 14,000 items sitting on the ground, and like was fine. But then, poof, Muck and I log on, and it's all gone to hell.
Ruin his night.
What is Killer doing with 14,000 items on the ground?
I mean, it's Killer, so it could be literally anything. He could be like just I don't even know what's the most mundane thing you could be doing that he's got 14,000 items on the ground. He's chopping trees or something.
Seeds.
He's yeah.
He's farming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the server, in terms of its sort of optimization, is not great. But
It has seen better days.
yeah. But they seem like they're well aware of all this stuff that's going on.
Mm.
So that's good. Mojang being them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I really feel like 1.14 in retrospect was just too big. There was too much stuff added. So because I feel like they definitely pushed this update out because it had been so long since they said they were going to put it out. They were like, let's just get it out. Let's go. Let's go. But if they just put less stuff in the update, then they could have put it out sooner, more complete, and it still would have felt like a full update.
I agree.
But,
They really should have taken more time to make sure things were ironed out and stuff before they released it. But
yeah,
they might have been, feeling pressure from, I don't know, maybe Microsoft or from themselves, saying that since 1.13 came out in what, July, and then 1.14 came out in April, so it took a while. But
it's supposed to be 2 updates a year, and almost 1 year apart. So
So maybe
not saying it's unacceptable.
Village for one, pillage for the other. Split it up.
That's what they were originally going to do. They were going to originally split 1.14 into 2 different updates, and then they never did that.
Oh.
So I don't know if they did actually, because I don't know if they added pandas, because they were talking about adding pandas and all that kind of stuff in December, and then they were going to do the village and pillage stuff in January or February.
Are pandas in the game now?
Yes, I have one at my base.
I have not seen a panda at all in the game. I've not seen how they act, what features they have, what they actually do. I know nothing about these stupid pandas.
some of them drop slime balls just passively.
Yes, I have one. I have one that does.
Nice.
If it's got a bunch of snot coming out of its nose, that's a weak panda. They'll drop slime balls. But they all have different personalities. So they all have sleepy pandas and weak pandas and silly pandas, happy pandas, all different kinds of things.
Are there strong pandas?
Yes, I believe so.
Are there evil pandas?
Yeah, that's Panda Weeder.
One of those. You're gonna look it up. I looked it up last night to see what all the personalities was, but
Do they make sounds? Is there a panda sound?
yes, it is the best sound that you'll ever hear.
I don't even know what pandas sound like.
It's adorable.
When I came to your base last night, I saw the panda through the world, and I wanted to go find him, but I didn't know how to get to him, so I was just like, okay, whatever. Because I wanted to see him and hear him, and just I don't know, I've never seen him.
I put him on the island, and I let him roam around. Hopefully, he doesn't walk into a berry bush and kill himself. But he fell into a little, mini ravine, not one that's steep or anything. So he's down there. He just dried up by the surface, but it's really cool. And I named him the Dragon Warrior for all you Kung Fu Panda fans. So we have lazy pandas, worried pandas, playful pandas, aggressive pandas, weak pandas, brown pandas, which sounds really racist, and normal pandas. So.
What about red pandas?
We don't have red pandas. That's weird.
We got foxes.
It's true. They got the color palette right there. Just aggressive. I put it, I guess, on panda.
Yeah.
Do they eat bamboo?
Yes. They'll have bamboo. They almost have an inventory, but they'll randomly chew on bamboo. Sit down and roll on their back and chew on bamboo.
Ah, that's cute.
Do they sneeze?
Yes.
Wait, yes, the weak ones actually do. Yeah, because that's how they drop the slime balls.
The weak ones sneeze more often. I think
they all sneeze. Oh, nice.
But the weak ones sneeze more often.
What's this thing about the not pandas, but yeah, what do pandas sneeze?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that iconic video of the panda sneezing?
No.
It's got 20 million views.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up now.
It's super short.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's literally the first thing you get for sneezing panda.
Don't mind me. You can just fill the time.
we're all gonna watch it now.
Yeah, just put the video in.
Hurry up, Panda. We're live. Is that a real panda? Oh.
Little panda. Panda's
Oh.
child.
It doesn't look real, that one on the floor.
It looks
It
like
looks like a
puppet
toy.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure baby pandas don't exist because they never reproduce.
Yeah, aren't pandas stupid? And if it wasn't for humans, they would have died out.
Potentially.
Or is that koala bears? I can't remember. I always get mixed up.
Koalas are the ones that are like they're so ridiculously terrible because like they've only evolved to eat like eucalyptus, which is poisonous. So they spend like all their energy like digesting the one food they can eat. They're too stupid to eat eucalyptus if it's not on a branch. Like 80% of them have chlamydia. They sleep like 22 hours a day. And then they also have to eat their poop to get the nutrients because they didn't finish digesting it the first time.
Wow, what a mess of an
What?
animal.
Koalas are generally awful. Just awful animals.
I do not want that in Minecraft. Please do not add that, Mojang.
I want koalas
Yeah.
now. I want koalas to eat their own poop.
What they do is it's like they drop poop, and you have to feed them the poop to make them breed. Please don't do that.
And there's a new beacon. You can get like a new effect now, chlamydia, in the game. Maybe go to a villager to get cured or something.
Yeah, like if you like the freaking koalas, like they drop the poop, and you can feed it to them to breed them, or you can just eat it yourself.
And it's like zombie flesh.
Yeah, it's like you have a chance to get chlamydia.
Oh my god.
Are you listening, Mojang? 1.15.
The chlamydia update. Screw
kids.
caves and chlamydia.
Oh my gosh.
It's educational for children. They got to learn about STDs.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
it's only relevant for females.
listen.
Actually, can men get chlamydia?
I think so. What was I going to say? Back to the server and not chlamydia. Let me give a brief overview of how spawn is going, just because you mentioned about it earlier, Weather.
Yeah.
Overall, it's going well. I think the spawn beautification process is it's going to be long and it's going to be slow, but I think that's a good thing, because if it was me trying to do it all quickly at once, that's bad, because I can't do it all on my own anyway. But if it's slower, I feel like there's more chance for people to be like, oh, I could do something there, or oh, how about doing it this way instead? So already we've had Joda, for example, wants to come and do the square idea and actually make a pattern and whatever, the flower beds in the square. We've had Nexa's very clever. I will say this.
Yeah,
as much as Nexa sucks, he does have good ideas, and it's just like little things where he'll say, why don't you make this into this? It's like, oh yeah, why did I never think of that? What a great idea.
Because it turns out you suck more.
Well, yeah, sometimes it does feel like that. So it's going well. That's kind of what I have to say, though.
Yeah,
And
does
you've
anyone
got the
have any
church
plans
now.
for like... Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Shawstin. I was just...
Does anyone have plans for like the dock area? Because like I know we want to fix that, but
I think all of us have the same image in mind for what we want it to be, more or less. I just think someone's got to make a start on it.
what are you thinking?
Sort of similar to what Joda posted the other day. I think he was taking pictures from Assassin's Creed 4, like the pirate one. But it's just a lot of like boardwalky piratey, but not like overly piratey. Kind of little houses along the front, and we can use the barrels now, and we can have it's like a port sort of vibe. I don't know.
I'll have to see if I can find the image because I don't know specifically what it is. like I don't want to start because if everyone has an idea, then I don't want to start and have the
Yeah.
wrong idea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like I feel like it would work best if like you just like step aside and do the first like 2 seconds of like the port for a second, and just like we can feel the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. Okay. I could do that.
Cool.
Mickson's here.
Howdy.
Hi, Mickson.
Oh
Hi,
wow!
Mickson.
It's a surprise mid
Surprise.
JFS
Special
show.
guest. It's
special.
Mid-season
Freddie Mercury
finale.
Mickson.
Well,
And then I've
Mickson,
shown up.
you've
It's
missed.
Freddie Mercury Mickson.
You've missed. That's good. You've missed a brief talk about the future of Minecraft featuring chlamydia, but
Ooh.
apart
I hate
from
that.
that, we're now just talking about Spawn.
I gathered. It's
and-
exciting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going well.
chlamydia is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might find that.
Big news.
But I haven't really got much else to say. I keep having thoughts about stuff, but the main thing I'm having trouble with, and I mentioned this in my video, is that the thing is Spawn doesn't really have a purpose. It's not like Shoptown, it's not like Farmtown, where it doesn't really have a purpose. It's just to look nice, I guess.
What would you say? What was the purpose last map? Or why did that feel more complete and purpose-driven, even if it wasn't?
I would say last map didn't have a purpose. I just think it felt more complete because it was more tightly kind of, it was compact in its
There's
builds.
a lot less empty space.
Yeah.
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 I don't
Exactly.
really think there was anything to actually do at Spawn, but
There
it was just,
death
and plus it
games,
was
but-
it was death games actually, which should have been somewhere else really, but
Well, so the thing about death games is that it has to be at spawn because spawn chunks are always loaded. So that way,
Oh,
the 30-minute
Oh,
cycle of
randomized
switching out
thing.
names works that way.
let's see.
Unless,
So otherwise-
unless we get an admin to force chunk
Yeah.
load.
Exactly. So it's just easier to have it at spawn.
Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, and plus also last map's Spawn was so close to Shoptown, which I guess it is
Yeah.
now, but it was even closer
Yeah.
back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I noticed that like the portal, because like last season the portal for like Shoptown was like 4 blocks long, the tunnel, and this
Yeah.
time it's like 20 blocks long. So I mean it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like 5 times farther away, but it doesn't really feel like it's that far.
Well, and I think the hub this season, the size of it needs to be
Yeah.
taken into consideration because
True.
that itself has compensated for some of the length of the tunnel.
Although last season the portal was basically on the edge of Spawn Town, that Shoptown was also that direction. Or more this time it's
True.
more toward the opposite side of Spawn Town.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
So
What?
Yeah.
Where was the Spawn? Oh, I
It
know
was
where it was. Yeah,
courthouse.
yeah. No, I was thinking of where it came out of in Shoptown, but it was that weird little twisty ground lava bit. That's right.
I'm eager to see what happens in the next 6 months on the server because we're getting this resurgence of activity, partially because of 1.14, but I think partially I think it's going to stick around a little bit. I think some of these faces that we're seeing pop up again are going to be around for a little while.
Oh no.
So I'm eager to see what's going to happen, just in like progress in general, like server stuff.
Yeah,
It
of
is
course.
interesting
I'm excited.
how some older members have come back that I'd never really thought would. I mean, I know Hollywood's been on in the past every now and then, which is
Yeah,
good,
like,
but
he's already got basically a fully completed building.
yeah. But Sir Maxis,
Yes.
I had no clue. I was like,
Yeah, no,
I thought he
like-
was gone.
Holy
And he's
crap,
back.
Like within the last 2 weeks, we've had like Gerardin, there's Hollywood, there's Sir Maxis, there's Tylark, there's Venix is back, which was like
Oh,
a surprise
yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought Venix forgot about us in the first place. There's just been so many people back.
Special's been on a couple of times. Not that I mean he's not, he's of those been more active, I guess, but he hasn't been around in a while. Same goes for Fruit.
True.
Yeah, Fruit's back as well.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
fruit, yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Mary come back on. He's been
Oh,
away
I didn't
for a
know
while.
Mary was
Now
back.
he's back
The hub.
doing more Nether Hub progress.
It's nice
I
to
haven't
see,
seen-
definitely.
I haven't seen
Mhm.
him on, but there's been more progress made on the Nether Hub, so I assume it was him.
Mm.
I'm back.
Weather's back.
Weather, yeah.
True. That is true.
It's just the thing is, Weather, like it just feels so natural for you to be here again. That
we were sorry cutting you off there, but
No.
me and Nixer, I messaged Nixer ages ago, like in like January, and I like got back together with him, and me and Shawstin and him play Pokemon all every so often.
Mhm.
But we got back to him, and he was telling me that Dennis was talking to him about server activity, and how he oddly noticed that it completely dropped when I left, and now it's oddly risen beyond belief since I joined back.
Praise
You know,
be to the weather.
I think it's partially coincidence, but also I do think that one or two active members disappearing changes the entire tone of the server
Mhm.
and the
It's true.
engagement with everybody.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
I'm
the-
not
'cause the
saying you're
less-
entirely responsible for it, but I think you
Oh,
do
no.
play a key part for sure.
Because like the less people there are on our server, the more it feels empty, and the less you want to play on it. So it's like
there's a big
if you
difference between
dropped-
1 or 3 people on. Big
You know,
difference.
exactly.
And they had mentioned the whole like, because I get on Discord a lot, right? And Nixer was saying you talked to everybody, right? You kept everybody together because you were friends with everybody you could, except for some people that they maybe not play very often. But as soon as I left, I guess everybody just like
Yeah.
there was no glue.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're back for sure. And we're glad to see all these older faces too come back.
Oh yeah,
It'd be fun if they did the podcast.
Do you think any of them are
Fun
going
for
to show
Joe.
up for the UHC?
But
Maybe.
Hollywood's already got his name on the list, so
True.
I can see Gervardin doing it.
Oh yeah, same. I could see Drew Harden. Sir Maxis also used to be in a lot of UHCs, I think. So like, it's a possibility. But
sure.
I hope to be there. Be my
UHC's
third
usually
UHC.
I certainly
huge,
hope
like,
they're there because like, it's gonna feel. I feel like it's gonna feel pretty empty this season because like Aces isn't gonna be there, and I think Naxer's not gonna be there.
Oh,
So
he
like,
says he's gonna try, but he might
Yeah.
not be able.
and like we're already missing like people like Saolo and Cookie like who used to be regulars,
yeah, it's
but
fine.
like we haven't seen them
No,
for a
they're
while.
not.
Oh, I guess
You better hope that he's not watching.
Oh, he's fine. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Solo. Each one of you thinks I was talking about the other, so it's fine.
Hey, don't want that guy coming back.
Yeah. From up north.
that one guy who was on a team with Naxer in season 12. Yeah, screw him.
Yeah.
You're very clever.
Uh,
Up
Well, I'm
north.
sorry, but I don't think I'll be at this UHC either, which is really annoying
That sucks.
because I had like a really cool idea for an intro, and I don't think I have time to do it now anyway. But it was all about how like the two, because it was 22, so I could do something like the twos splitting apart, and it was so in my mind. It was like, oh, that could be a good intro, and that's mainly why I wanted to take part.
who sings the song?
Taylor Swift.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
No,
Michael
not that
Jackson.
one.
It's the Jackson 5.
Right,
Yeah, maybe
Jackson
it's
5.
one before that, but
That would be cool for the UHC 23.
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3.
season 123.
Yeah, see, I'll get there before you know it.
Only 25 years.
UHC. 1, 2, 3. It works.
Yeah,
We'll get sued.
Oh,
that's fine. It's
disappointed
worth it.
there's not going to be as many because I'll show you guys this in the chat because I showed Shawstin this earlier, but I had a really good idea and I really hope that more people show up because this is going to work better with more. I'm working on it so much.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'll
like,
put
you
it
got,
on
like,
the screen.
Describe what
shall
we're
I?
saying here,
Yeah,
since this is an audio medium.
true. Is that Final Fantasy?
No,
That's Avengers.
Avengers Endgame.
Oh, the arrow. Right.
yeah,
Yes.
the
Sorry. Yes, I see what you mean.
Bum, bum, bum,
That would
bum.
be really cool.
Yes, for anyone listening, it's an Avengers themed JFS logo.
How
UHC
many
logo.
podcasts in a row does this make that Avengers has been discussed?
Probably at least 3.
How many
Yeah.
podcasts in a row is it where we talk about stuff that we're seeing? It's a podcast.
All
I
of
mean,
them. How many have we done?
Everyone
It's
probably.
the easiest thing to talk about.
That's a good transition.
Ooh, there
Yeah.
you go.
Oh yeah, speaking of movies,
We've been
Silence.
we say we're going to talk about movies, but I feel like only a few of us have like seen, you know, little this movie and that movie, and the other person hasn't seen this movie, and
I haven't
it's
had
hard
time,
to talk
man.
about them.
Yeah, it's like I can talk about
So we've
movies,
had-
but I haven't actually seen any of the movies that are in theaters right now.
I finally
It's
saw
fine.
Shazam.
Like I want to see Detective Pikachu, and like honestly, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah, Pikachu.
I'm really surprised you haven't seen it yet, Shawstin.
See, it's just I don't think to go out to the movies like ever. So the only times I ever do is when someone else is like, "Hey, Shawstin, let's go to the movies." And I'm like, "Yes, I would like to go to the movies."
I
But
got a
like,
question. I got a question for all you guys because you're all American. So
Mhm.
I saw a clip on Twitter the other day. It was someone in cinema watching Avengers, and I think it was just got to the big climax of the film, and everyone started clapping and cheering. Is that normal?
I hate it. I hate it.
Is that
I
normal in
hate
the
it.
States?
Get out of my
So
theater. I hate it.
That would
That is
never
so
happen. Never
dumb.
ever happen over here. Ever.
I know what scene you're talking about because Mickson, have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, it's obviously Thor or Captain America picking up Mjolnir. Like everybody
Probably.
outrageously craps
see-
for that.
well, see, so when for my theater, it was when, I guess we're doing spoilers now, but like, it's been like 2 months, whatever.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
like when when the portal started opening up and everyone started walking through and Spider-Man came on screen, everyone was like, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
And it's like, but like that's not normal. Like I like aside from like going to a horror movie and there's always that one person in the back who's screaming like, "Don't go in
Oh
there!" Like,
God! Oh Lord! Oh no! Don't go
like-
in now! No.
like for horror movies, I feel like that's part of the culture. But
Mhm.
like for everything else, that's just a no-go. Like that's just a thing people don't do.
Okay,
I have
good.
stopped. I have stopped going. I would disagree with Shawstin. I would say it's a thing people shouldn't do. I think it's a thing that shouldn't be socially acceptable. I still see it all the time, though. I saw Avengers 3 weeks after it came out, and there was still people in the theater, like hooting and hollering and making a ruckus. I don't go to midnight premieres and like opening weekends and stuff now because the what really ruined it for me was like Last Jedi. Like, oh, it was the noisiest theater I've ever been in.
Mm.
And I went opening night, and everyone's just losing their shit, and it burned me out on it. I'm not going to do it anymore because it's so annoying because then you don't hear the next line or you don't appreciate the next scene or whatever, and it ruins it.
It would be my nightmare, absolute nightmare if that happened in the cinema. I don't know what I would do because I wouldn't have the courage to tell people to shut up. So what would I just have to endure it?
Well, it is socially acceptable is the thing, I think. And if you have a whole crowd doing it, it's not like one guy doing it. If it's one guy doing it, it'd be like, hey, you know, quiet up front or whatever.
Yeah,
But it's like half the theater. You can't address anybody.
Like I feel like if everyone's doing it, that by definition makes it socially acceptable. At least in that certain
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, yes, but like I don't know.
I don't like it. I also don't like when people clap at the end of a flight.
I've
Sorry.
never had that happen.
Is that honestly a thing people do? I've never experienced that.
I've had that a few times. Well, I've only flown a few times, but
Yeah,
twice
like-
out of the 3 times I have, they've clapped.
Oh.
People have clapped at the end.
Because
Well,
like
that
I've been,
makes
you know,
sense.
on 6 separate flights and I've never had that happen. But like, you know, 6 flights isn't that many. But like the internet
Oh.
always complains about it.
Mm.
Yay, we
Never
survived!
Well, one time you went from England to Canada, right? So that would be kind of a bigger deal.
And that was the normal one, believe it or not. That
Oh,
was the one that was fine.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Huh.
What about when you went back to England?
fine. Yeah, no, I don't know why. I don't know why it was only some of them. Who knows?
So
Maybe-
it's the ones with Americans, it's fine, but the ones without Americans give you trouble.
It's
Yeah,
just
by the sounds of
Europeans.
it.
So Americans were really good at being like silent on planes, but in movie theaters, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. That's like clapping in a library, but like at a park, being really respectful of others. You know.
Anyway, yeah, we were talking about films, weren't we? I
Yeah.
saw a film. I can briefly talk about because it was
You're
alright.
probably the only person that's seen it because
I saw Rocketman because it's
Oh
out.
yeah.
It's out in Europe. I don't think it's out yet in the States.
Yeah, it is.
May 31st. Yeah, it came out on Friday.
So it's like, yeah, it's been on.
Oh, okay, well, all right. Well, it came out a bit early over here, so anyway.
Brag about it.
Well, it was good. It was good. It's very much. I think it even had. I think the guy's name is Dexter something. The director, who actually directed a bit of Bohemian Rhapsody when the pedo director dropped out. Brian Singer, is that his name? I think so.
I
Sounds
couldn't tell
familiar.
you.
Anyway, so the guy that was doing Bohemian Rhapsody when the director dropped out, he was sort of like the backup one that came in and just finished it for him. And now this guy's done his own one, Rocketman, based on Elton John. Let me tell you this: everyone loved, or most people loved Bohemian Rhapsody, and it won an Oscar.
Shouldn't have. Go ahead.
Shouldn't have. I agree. Shouldn't have. But I didn't like it when it came out. I thought it was pretty pants, actually. It was not the film that I think a lot of people wanted to see. There was, when that film first was in production, there was rumours about it being Sacha Baron Cohen as Freddie Mercury, and it was going to be this kind of like more, not necessarily dark, but just more realistic account of his life.
I wish it was dark.
The drugs, the sex, all the AIDS, all
He
sorts
lived
of
a
stuff.
dark life.
Yeah, and it wasn't that in the end. It was much more family friendly about Queen are great and look at Live Aid. But I think this Rocketman film is closer to what people wanted from Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it helps that Elton John's actually still alive and can have his say as to what he actually did in the 70s and 80s. Because there's lots of drugs, lots of sex, lots of all sorts of stuff. And actually, the one thing I really liked about Rocketman, and if you go see this, you'll find out that it's a lot more. It's actually a musical, really. It's got proper musical interludes and where they all break into song, and it works really well because it makes it more sort of experimental. There's these really kind of trippy scenes and big dance numbers and stuff, and it all flows a lot nicer than just a regular biopic. And I think what's his name, Taron Egerton, very good Elton John. I haven't seen Kingsman, but he was very good in this. So thumbs up from me.
I'll bring up something. I don't know if any of you have seen Walk the Line. It came out in 2005. Great movie. Similar vein to what we're talking about here. Joaquin Phoenix plays Johnny Cash. And it hits on some darker notes of Johnny Cash's life, which he legitimately had. But I just looked up the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes scores of Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocketman. So IMDb, Bohemian Rhapsody is 0.4 points higher out of 10 than Rocketman.
Oh.
Rocketman has a 7.7. Bohemian Rhapsody has an 8.1.
Wow.
And 97% like Bohemian Rhapsody and only 90% like Rocketman, according to Google.
Well, they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible that it's just because it hasn't been out very long, but
True. Yeah, could be.
Maybe.
But let me tell you something. After watching Rocketman, you kind of forget how many great songs Elton John has. Afterwards, I just went straight to iTunes or whatever and just started listening. He has some proper great tunes.
I would love to see the sales numbers.
Yeah, the downloads
true,
as well.
yeah.
The past 3 weeks for his music.
Definitely. Anyway, Weather, I know you're the host, but segue us.
Hi. Segue us to another movie?
No. Talking about Elton John songs.
Oh. Mike wants to talk about Elton John songs. There you go.
No, that's not the...
Oh, the quiz. I am a great host, okay?
Good to have you back.
Anyway, we have a quiz. It is, which Elton John song should you listen to right now?
Oh,
On BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed's pretty good.
We love our BuzzFeed quizzes, and I need to know what Elton John song to listen to.
I'm really curious to see if it'll dig up something obscure, or if it'll just go with something very typical.
All of them are Rocketman. All of them.
It's just advertising, basically. Yeah.
Basically.
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna get Benny and the Jets, which is literally what I was saying at the beginning of the episode.
That'd be spooky if you did.
It knows.
Mm.
All right. So how is your day going so far? Amazing. Pretty well. So far, so good. It's going okay. I've had better, and a day to forget.
It's going okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'd say
I mean,
pretty well.
like it's going okay. I feel like is the solid middle of the road answer. We're like so far so good. I've had better and day to forget are all like negative. I feel like,
Yeah.
and amazing pretty well are positive. But like, I mean, I don't. It's just another day, so it's going okay.
Okay.
I'll say that. I'll agree with that. How are you feeling about people in general right now? I have
Oh no.
complete faith in humans. They're great. They're tolerable. I've never liked people much. I'm really not having them, and burn them all.
Burn them
Burn them all.
all.
Burn. No,
them
really.
all.
That's
Oh,
such
wait,
a
where's-
leak. Burn them all.
Where's that picture I have of Aces saying "kill them all"? Or maybe it was Weather. I don't remember.
It was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with tolerable. People are tolerable,
Burn
generally.
them. Oh, burn them.
I'll say I'll never like the people much.
I'm gonna go with they're great. I feel more positive about people.
Good. You have good outlook on life. What's more important to you? Friendship, recognition, adventure, finding love, independence, or being safe?
This is a
Ooh.
hard one. These
Ooh.
questions are always hard for me
Yeah.
because I feel like it's always like apples to oranges to grapefruit to cantaloupe to. I mean, it's all. How do you compare adventure to finding love and
Exactly.
friendship? And
Finding
independ-
love
like,
is an adventure. Also, finding love is friendship, ideally.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say friendship. I think that's what links a lot of those. So
I'm gonna say
I agree.
independence.
like, I don't care if I get recognized if I have friends. I don't care if I like. What would be an adventure if I didn't have friends? What would be love if I didn't have friends? Independence.
That's true.
I mean, then I'm lonely. Being safe.
Mhm.
I'm safe in my friendship. Friendship is just the easy answer. Overall
Join the
piece.
club.
Exactly. All right. Where would you rather go on vacation if you could? Shanghai, Istanbul, Tokyo, Sydney, Copenhagen, or New York?
I love how they had to put the country just in case you weren't sure where some of these places were.
Yeah, all of these are pretty obviously.
Tokyo's in
like,
Japan, guys. Japan.
Yeah, not Tokyo,
Oh.
Texas.
There is a Paris, Tennessee.
There's a Paris, Texas.
There's also yeah.
There's also,
I
Go
don't
to-
know.
This is a hard one.
Denmark to see Dennis.
Part
I'm
of
trying
me,
to look at JFS members here.
I think it's got to be
Pardon me?
NYC for me. I'd like to go New
I
York.
think I want to say Australia because I've never actually been outside the country, and I think I want to go where a country where their first language is English for my first, abroad
point.
trip.
You
Oh, yeah,
just want to
that's-
be closer to Sam.
Aww.
Well, actually,
No,
I think,
he wants to get away from Sam.
yeah.
I'm like split between Tokyo or like Copenhagen or Istanbul. Like Tokyo is Japan. Japan's cool, but like
Is Tokyo in
I don't know.
Japan?
I thought it was in Texas.
yeah, Tokyo, Texas.
There's
Tokyo's
Tokyo,
my
England as
very
well.
close second.
I'm really attracted to the Istanbul one. I don't know what it is, but I don't know what
Really?
it is. But I have to laugh when she reveals me. No. Yeah, Istanbul. I don't know why it's pulling me, but it is.
Huh.
So,
There you go.
yeah.
Nixer recommends Turkey. He's been to Turkey. He likes it.
oh, has he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which one of these legends would you rather have met? Winston Churchill, Grace Kelly, Aretha Franklin, Nelson Mandela, Princess Diana, or Albert Einstein?
Ugh.
I'm going to choose Grace Kelly just because of that. Was it Mika song?
Mm,
It moves like Grace Kelly.
Princess Grace Peyton placed trouble in the Suez.
Oh gosh.
We didn't start the fire.
that's Mary's anthem.
No, yeah. Oh,
That's such an old thing now about Mary starting fires on the server. Why do I even bring it up? Oh,
Like, that
boy.
was like a joke in like someone made that joke in UHC season 10, and I had no idea what it meant. I still don't know what it means.
He burned down a tree.
He burned down someone's treehouse at Spawn on season 3.
What the
Or
heck?
did he?
Oh, it was lightning. Oh.
Anyway, I don't know who I'm going to pick. I don't really want to meet any of these people.
You want to meet like Winston Churchill?
I don't know
He's
why.
British.
Is he really? Isn't he like a big racist as well, though? I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Was he?
I pick Churchill
I know
because
a
it's
lot of
just yeah. Why not Churchill? Fine.
Like some of these are like kind of
Fine,
very
Churchill.
superficial choices. Like I don't want to meet Princess Diana or Grace Kelly, but like, and like maybe I want to meet Albert Einstein and Nelson Mandela because they're like great influential people of history that
Oh,
like.
for sure.
But like,
Yeah.
what would I even say? Like
I would just ask Einstein to do that tongue thing. I'd be like, all right, I'm good. Can I go back?
Like, am I actually
See you,
meeting
Albert.
them, or am I like just? I don't know. I don't know.
Gosh,
Let's
side
go
note,
pick
I
Einstein.
saw a video of Einstein's actual voice, and it's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had never. Whenever I think when I thought about like what he sounded like, I never remembered the fact that he was German. So like in my mind, he had no accent. But that doesn't make.
Hey, guys.
He's from Germany, so like.
What's up with
Of
all this
course he had
relativity?
German.
am I
Hello,
right?
it's Albert. No, maybe
Hello.
it
Now he's like Batman Sky. What is his name? Isn't his name just Albert? I don't know. Freaking
Yeah, Albert from. I think it's just Albert.
Who?
Batman's.
Oh, Alfred.
Alfred. There we go.
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
All right.
Hmm.
What would you rather eat? Pizza, please. Some sushi. Chinese for me. I would go for a cheeseburger. I'm feeling Mexican food and a delicious croissant.
I want to quote Vine so much.
What would you rather eat? Is it what would I rather eat right now? Because it's quite late for me right now. Or is it just in general?
Yes. So
I would assume right now. Just
right
given
now, I would like a delicious croissant.
So like usually I would probably go with some Mexican food because like that's usually the thing. Like that's probably the type of food I enjoy the most and eat the most. But I had Mexican food for lunch, so like, oh,
I'm going
that.
Chinese.
You
I'm
know
kinda
I'm
craving
picking that
Chinese
sushi.
from
That's what I
Publix.
thought you'd pick.
I've only had Publix sushi like 3 times.
I've only had it once, and I'm not having it again.
That's good. That's fine.
Guys, next one's the last one, then we're going to find out how exciting.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
What's your perfect way of spending a Friday night? Go out with my friends, stay home and sleep honestly, dance with my favorite songs, sing karaoke, party in the clubs, stay home and watch a movie.
do you think watching YouTube is considered a movie?
Yeah,
I would agree.
I think it's very stay home and watch a movie.
Yeah,
It's
stay home and
either
watch
that
a
or-
movie.
Or watching Friends on Netflix. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with that one.
Oh man,
Gosh.
Oh, no. Oh,
All right.
I'm not happy with this.
I
I
got.
Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, Tony
Ooh,
Danza.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Yeah.
But
Tony Danza.
you all got the same.
I am.
No, I got Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the
Benny
Jets.
Jets.
What did you get, Muck?
Oh, I got Candle in the Wind.
Which is off the same album.
It is, but it's like everyone thinks of Princess Diana with that song, and it's just sad.
Well, you
I
should
want
choose
a fun
Princess Diana
one.
then.
You can have Benny and the Jets. I'll take Candle in the Wind because I'm in a sad song mood.
Okay, yeah, you take that. We're swapsies.
All right.
No givesies backsies. What did you get, Shawstin?
I got Tiny Dancer.
Oh,
Be closer, Tony
well,
Danza.
okay, that's fine. I don't know if I actually have a favorite Elton John song. After I'd watched the film, I really liked. I guess that's why they call it the blues, which is also quite a sad
yeah.
song, I guess, but not as sad as Candle in the Wind. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good quiz.
Yeah.
Probably one of
There's
the better
something
ones
about-
I feel like we've done.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't
like
know.
the
That
egg introvert one.
that
was
one
good. That was good.
that was pretty good. I don't know. I like the one where you had to rate food.
Oh no!
That was horrible.
Why is your mouth so small, Shawstin?
Look,
Was that
man,
the one where I agreed with you, Shawstin?
I
right?
don't eat meatball subs, so I don't know how to eat meatball subs. So therefore, I don't know what percentage of a meatball sub goes in your mouth at a time.
All of
Sorry.
it at once. All foot.
Oh, well, that's why I don't like them. It's too much food at once. 0 out of
No
10.
such thing.
You are completely correct, Shawstin. I am 100%
No,
with
it's
you on
not.
that. Yes, I
Yeah.
am. Yes.
No, seriously. Since like I've asked people about meatball subs since that thing, and I've gotten only people on my side, which makes me feel bad that I picked overrated because it means it was definitely underrated because everyone was on my side. So
You have a you. Okay, well, that's never mind. That's an extreme example. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Watch
That's all
out,
I got to
Justin.
say to that.
Foodie here. You got a chef.
Oh, true.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
true.
personal preference. At the end of the day, no one's wrong when it comes to food, except for this and your stance on avocado and condiments. Those three things.
What about Pop Tarts?
In the freezer.
Put them in the freezer.
That's wrong. That's a crime.
It's not a crime.
I still, freaking. So like I say, like I do inventory as for a living. So like I'm always in Dollar Generals, and every day I scan the same strawberry milkshake Pop Tarts that I sent you a picture of in Discord, where like
Nice.
it's strawberry, so you don't want them, and it says freeze them, so I don't want them, and every time I see them, like I should buy some of these and try them for the sake of the joke, and I never remember to.
Strawberry milkshake Pop Tarts are great. Strawberry Pop Tarts are okay at best.
So I used to have strawberry milkshake Pop Tarts once when I was like a kid, but I don't remember what it was like. Strawberry Pop Tarts are classic.
Classically bad.
Put them in the freezer.
Get a s'more Pop Tarts, you heathens.
I mean,
I thought
they're
Pop Tarts were
good.
okay.
S'mores
Okay.
Pop Tarts are good, yeah, but like, I don't know.
But you haven't had them frozen.
I don't want to have them frozen. I want to eat them room temperature straight from the package as God intended.
But have you had them poached, Shawstin? Have you ever poached your Pop Tarts? You don't
Yo, you
live
guys-
until you poach your Pop Tarts.
You guys ever had s'mores with Mr. Goodbar?
Oh, I've had Reese's s'mores.
I'm
I
sorry,
can imagine
what?
Good Bar
Stop
s'mores.
saying all these
Reese's?
weird American things. I don't understand.
You have Reese's, don't you?
What?
Reese's? Peanut butter cups.
Yeah,
Yeah. How's that weird?
but we're saying all sorts of things I don't understand right now.
What, do you not know what s'mores are?
No, that's not s'mores.
Was it
You know
marshmallow?
what s'more is.
Marshmallow, graham cracker, and chocolate.
Oh yes, the Graham crackers. Mm-hmm.
Graham crackers. Yeah.
Yo, do you guys know about the history of the graham cracker?
Yeah, I do.
The what cracker?
It was created by this guy, his name was Graham, who...
Reverend Graham.
Yes, it's very important that you remember the religion in this, because he was so anti-masturbatory that he created these dull, flavorless crackers that were supposed to make you want to masturbate less.
Flavor was a sin
And-
because it was lust.
Yeah. And then
Wait,
basically
so-
once he died after that, the company was like, okay, we're gonna put sugar and stuff on this now because then people
Tons
will
of
buy
sugar,
it.
cinnamon, and honey. Y'all go nuts.
Was that for?
Which is
I
like
thought that
totally
was for,
against what he did.
I thought it was for cornflakes.
That too.
Well, he's similar. It's
Yeah,
similar
Kellogg,
stories.
Kellogg and Graham were like, I don't want to say friends, but like they were,
Lovers.
They were brothers from another mother. You
Oh.
know what I'm saying?
I want to say cohorts, but like I feel like a word starts with C. Like
Didn't they live like 100 years apart or something? Isn't Graham like from like the 1700s? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
That's weird.
You are crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Meatball subs for life. I'm gonna get a meatball sub tattoo. Meatball sub with extra avocado and ranch.
Oh God, avocado on a meatball sub. That's even more disgusting.
I'm going to Subway right now.
Like I
I'm
could eat a
driving there.
meatball. I'll eat a
It's in
meatball
the
sub
car
if I
already.
have to, but meatball sub with avocado. That just sounds so wrong.
If we ever have a meetup that is remotely adjacent to a Subway, we're making some sort of bet, and the loser has
Yo.
to eat the other person's sandwich.
But I don't have a sandwich you don't like.
Exactly. I win. I get a sandwich.
You know what? No. You know what? No. You're gonna eat one of those freaking god awful things I saw on the internet once, which is like a strawberry Pop-Tart grilled cheese.
I would do it. There's no food you could give me except for like maybe human flesh, where I'm like, no thanks.
I mean, like I'll eat a meatball sub, and of course there's gonna be a Subway nearby because there's Subways everywhere. But like
Yeah.
like meatball subs, they're not. I don't want to eat them, but like it's still meat and bread. Like I'll eat it.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, sex is cool, but have you ever had a sandwich?
I'm just sitting here. I have no idea what's.
I just took this podcast and just ran with it just now. Like
And I'm sprinting behind.
Like I did.
trying to keep
Like
up.
I don't know if we had a plan for the second half for the last section of this podcast, so I just grabbed something and went. I
It's
just
the
like
best
did.
of moments of the JFS podcast with Shawstin.
We
Yeah.
did have a plan. I've given
Yeah.
up.
What is it?
It was E3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a
It's in
thing.
like a week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
June 11th to June 13th. Wow. I thought it was at the end of June.
Oh, so
Oh,
E3's
that means-
next week.
Wait, but aren't the like the shows like always before E3 proper as well?
Microsoft, I think, is, but Nintendo's during the week.
Like Nintendo's always like one of the last ones to go.
I think they're
Nintendo's
on Wednesday.
E3 2019 kicks off next week on June 8th with EA's press conference. So yeah, so like not even a week until the press conferences start.
Yep.
So
Sony's not
Which
going to
When
be
is
there.
this?
So.
wait, so why is
Like-
Nintendo having a Pokemon Direct this-
right? Why are they doing a Pokemon Direct? Oh,
like literally the day this comes out? I think.
yes, literally. We will have known about a whole bunch of information today.
If I
What day
upload
is
it on
it
time.
today?
Pokemon Direct is on the 5th.
Yeah, it's on this
Okay,
Wednesday.
so today is the 5th.
Yes,
Early
it's the
morning.
5th.
Okay.
Maybe.
Early
If
morning,
not,
the
it's
5th. It's so dumb.
Nice.
Like they had the press conference on at night. Why can't they have the Direct at night?
7 o'clock in the morning, Shawstin.
Yeah, like and I'm already at work at that point, so it's like
Yeah. So, yeah, E E3.
Okay, well, I only have two cares about E3 this year. Number one, this is what I tweeted about before. Number one is THQ, which seems to
Yeah.
have every single license now. It's just buying up everything. They might do something with Destroy Humans. Probably a big rumor. Probably nothing going to happen.
Ooh,
But
another one.
that's
Big
something.
Willie Unleashed 2.
Bigger Willie.
Bigger Willie Unleashed her.
Oh God.
And number two is there is a panel with Simpsons writers, which I don't really think they've done anything at E3 before, unless it's related to a game. So maybe there's some sort of
Ooh.
Simpsons game that's coming
New
out,
Simpson game.
or something. We shall see.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
a,
that's an odd thing to
Simpsons
have at
game.
E3.
yeah, maybe it's just a big update to The Simpsons Tapped Out, which will be the biggest kick in the groin. But oh well.
Gosh,
Kicking
dang it.
the what's his name? What's the guy's name? James Groin? What is it?
Mac,
No,
Matt?
going go.
Gronin?
Yeah, something like that.
Matt
There's a
Groening.
pun there.
Conan
Matt
Yeah, biggest kick in the Matt Grady. Well, that's a bigger stretch than I thought it was. Never mind. I
I thought,
retract
you
my
were,
joke.
I thought you were going to do about Mole Man getting hit in the getting hit by a football, but never mind.
No.
But that's me for E3 done. Don't care.
no,
I've not cared about E3 really in 3 years, with the exception of Bethesda. And Bethesda last year just totally took me out of it.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, I don't care at all anymore. So, if
Like,
anything cool comes out, I'm cool with it.
like I've never cared to watch like most of the shows because like I don't have an Xbox, I don't have a PlayStation, I don't have, and I'm not gonna buy any EA games as long as I can avoid it because screw EA. So it's like most of the panels or the press conferences I just don't care about.
Yeah.
So like I'm just in it for one, Nintendo, because I want to see what they're up to, and two, all the YouTube videos that make jokes about it at the end.
Yeah. Oh man,
See, I like to watch.
cringe compilation.
Hey, actually, Mickson, you'll know about because you watch Funhouse, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure these aren't the only channels that do it, but like they do like a sort of drunk, not necessarily a drunk stream, but just like a live stream, and they'll be drinking with it, and they do shots for like a
Mhm.
bingo sort of thing. So I like watching those because that makes it seem a bit more interesting. Because half the
Yeah.
time I don't really care about all the games that are on screen, so it's just I need something else to keep the entertainment going.
Yeah. You're the reason why reaction channels are a thing, Muck.
Mm.
Watching people react to.
You're random crap.
I can't help
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry.
No, I would agree with you in this circumstance. For E3, yeah, absolutely.
You
And
know,
that's
it's funny that I want to mention E3, but we're a bunch of PC gamers for the most part, except for the very small Nintendo community within the JFS. But that's it. So.
A couple days ago, I kind of had a breakdown a little bit because I realized how much of a casual gamer I really am. I've only had Steam since 2014.
Wow.
For 5
Filthy.
years, I've been
5
playing
years.
computer games. That's it.
Wait, what's the issue here?
Because like I didn't really grow up with video games. Like we had a GameCube and a Super Nintendo and a PS2, but like I played the same like 4 or 5 titles my entire life until I was 20 years old, and only then I started to actually get involved in the gaming culture. And by then, like I'm not invested in anything. I don't care about anything.
Wait, what were those games that you played the same 4 games of?
I played on the GameCube. I played a lot of Mario Kart, Double Dash, and Smash Brothers.
Boy,
On
Double
the
Dash.
PlayStation 2, I was all about them Sly Coopers,
Hmm.
and Kingdom Hearts.
Hmm.
And then on the PS3, I played Fallout 3 like no one's business. That's about it. There's a few titles on the Super Nintendo that we would play, like there was a game called 10 Star that we played a lot. We played, I guess, Pod Racers and the original Smash on N64. But the thing is, I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, and my 2 older siblings are several years older than me. There's a bit of an age gap. And most of the time, like older consoles, if there's multiplayer, it's only 2-person multiplayer. So I always just sat and watched. And even when they were playing, like, I just wasn't allowed to play, or they were just like, no, you're good. You'll play later. And so I just didn't play a lot of games growing up. So it's kind of translated to real life. The game I play the most is Minecraft.
Is that why you're making up with it for with Laser Nights? Playing
so.
many games.
So many games.
Yeah.
I can kind of relate. I feel like because like I feel like a lot of the gamer culture is around like the Xbox and PlayStation and like other like Bethesda and like all that kind of stuff. And like I've never had a non-Nintendo system to this day, and like as a kid, in high school, like Nintendo was like the kids station, so you didn't talk about how you played it in public. Like you maybe your friend who also plays Nintendo, you talk to them kind of on the side. But like so like I never got out into like the idea of like being a gamer until like after I got to college and I started getting Steam and I bought Civ 5 and played like 300 hours of Civ 5 that year. And like
that
like,
was Minecraft for me
to listen to. I would not have thought that at all because, for example, when I was growing up at school, everyone had a Wii. Everyone, like it's so it's like everyone would talk about that just fine. It'd be like any other like Xbox.
Everyone had a Wii. Everyone had a Wii, but like it was still, but like once you got past the fun of the gimmick, people just went back to their Call of Duties and their whatever. So like you didn't talk about how you played the Wii all day every day like I did, and like it wasn't until Pokemon X and Y came out, when everyone started bringing their 3DSs to school to play Pokemon in the middle class, that I stopped and went, wait, were you guys all playing Nintendo games the whole time? Or am I crazy? Did it just now become cool again? Where have you been? What's going on?
Yeah. Exactly. I will say I had a group of friends that all had DSs back in middle school and high school, and we would play like Animal Crossing Wild World and stuff. But I was never into Pokemon, and so I was actually left out of that because at the time they'd be playing Pokemon. So I never didn't commit to it.
Dang.
I remember.
Yeah, no, for me, like I don't know. For me, I grew up as a Nintendo person. COD people. And I mean, sure, I had friends that played Smash and Pokemon with me, but honestly, I mean, I played it longer than they did, right? And so it got awkward mentioning Nintendo stuff to them, especially when they were all just talking about, oh, what you wanted to play that recent Call of Duty game?
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh, deep right here, but it got really frustrating to me. So I kind of just gave up, and then I joined JFS. Of course, now I get to talk about Nintendo stuff. But yeah, no, it sucks.
Wow.
I've never had the motor skills to be good at FPS. You just can't do it.
Yes,
At least not on a
agree.
console.
I agree. So it's just weird to me. I remember freaking Black Ops came out, and I think half the school took the day off to play the game. And the teachers knew what they were doing. They knew that they were, because I remember one of my teachers coming in and like half the class was there, and he's like, "Everybody's playing Black Ops." And you're like, "Yeah."
I never realized that Nintendo could have that sort of semi-taboo status. I never. I just didn't see that side
It's
of
for
it at all.
kids.
It does.
I think, well, maybe it's just with hindsight that seems so hard to see, but at the time, yeah.
Because like, toward the, once we got past once we got into the 2000s or whatever, Nintendo, started being, very family friendly, while everyone else was still being edgy and,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
And so Nintendo became the thing for kids. And it's just like once you're in high school and that thing over there is for kids,
Yeah, you
you
can't
can't
talk about
do
it.
that. So
That was the sad thing with that Nintendo is that throughout the early 2000s and into the 2010s, it just slowly went downhill. Of course, recently, I mean, Nintendo has resurged and now is probably the most popular out of all three of them. But yeah, now it's socially acceptable to be a Nintendo gamer as an adult.
I think it's also that they've kind of got their act together a bit more. I mean, back in 2005 with the Wii, it wasn't that much longer until Xbox and PlayStation were actually doing online properly. And even to this day, Nintendo can't really do online very well. So it's just taken time for them to catch up a bit more.
Don't get me started about Mario Make. Don't. No.
Exactly. Case in point. There you go.
So
that's so frustrating.
were they promising local or online co-op, or did just everybody assume it?
Everyone just assumed it.
Well, then that's everybody's fault.
Play with friends, but no, that makes so much sense.
Well, yeah, but they never stated it.
Mickson,
like
in
No
this day and
Man's
age, you can't. No, don't give them the benefit of the doubt. They can't get away with such. They can't. No, with such a
it's
game like that.
perfectly fine.
No,
Perfectly fine.
It just seems like you can't advertise that you have online multiplayer, and then say, but also you can't play with your friends. Why would you do that? Like, it's just such an obvious thing that you can play with your friends. Why wouldn't you be able to play with your friends?
Yeah.
They've been terrible at this anyway with every game, so why am I complaining?
Exactly.
Just because their problem has been here for a while doesn't mean it's not still a problem.
It's true.
You still have the right to complain, even if it's kind of getting old having to complain about the same
the only
things.
game that I know of you can play with your Smash and Mario Kart. No online for Mario Party. No online for friggin' whatever other games there is in the world. Splatoon.
Yeah.
Frick everything.
Frick, and also.
That's their decision.
Yeah, I know it. It makes sense, but it's frustrating.
That's just the way things go.
Now we're all sad.
I'm not sad.
Actually, I'm not. I don't care. I don't really play Nintendo very much.
We're Minecraft.
I don't even own a Switch.
My Switch is over there, and I haven't touched it for a while.
You haven't touched it since what? Like we played Mario Kart that one time.
I played a little bit of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, actually.
Wow.
Very hard game, and I'm very bad at it.
Play Funky Kong. It's just like easy mode.
Easy mode. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm someone who will play if it makes me enjoy my time better. I don't care about getting judged. If I have a better time playing easy mode, I will.
No.
It's all about the fun, and if you're not having fun being hardcore, then what's the point?
Exactly.
As Reggie once said, rip in peace. If it's not fun, what's the point?
So true. Words to live by.
It's fun.
And with that, we probably should end the podcast because I think we're going pretty long.
I think we're pretty much up on an hour right now. So
yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of the JFS Show.
Everybody.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you guys next week. Well, we won't see you guys next week. Nixer, Panda, and Joda will. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Anime
shout out
for
some
us.
more anime and crap.
Oh yeah, enjoy that.
Oh, it's exciting! Everyone's not so down. It's so good. Listen to
It's-
their stuff.
It is a really
Sorry.
good show. Like you should watch it.
fine, I guess.
Go and enjoy the great intro.
Go watch an anime.
Dang Japanimation. Oh,
Weebs.
Japan.
it's good stuff.
And one last thing before I end the show. There will be another show starting soon on the JFS channel. Not a
Ooh.
podcast, but I'll just leave you with that. I'm excited.
Ooh.
That means
Yeah,
there'll be 4 shows on this channel. JFS Show, Anime for Us, Taskcrafter, and this new one.
Yo, where's
Taskcrafter's
Taskcrafter?
awfully
I'm
good.
just reminding you about Taskcrafter, Mickson.
Where's
is it?
Taskcrafter episode 2?
Where
I
is
haven't
it?
forgotten.
Yeah, Mickson.
Well, it'll be coming out in August of 2020. Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, how
nice.
exciting.
It'll be a birthday present to me.
Nice. Happy
You
32nd
turned-
birthday.
30 seconds.
There's a second. He's like, every time you mention it, he just pushes it back.
Mhm.
Exactly. All right. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.